The following contains spoilers for the Thousand Year Blood War arc. If you are not caught up with the anime and do not want spoilers, I advise you to click off and maybe find another video to watch. If you do not mind spoilers or are a manga fan and you want to hear out the rest of my video, please continue and watch. And for now, let's get into it. The Bleach anime has been a long-awaited project for Bleach fans. The original run ended about 10 to 11 years ago. God, I'm old. And the anime has been waited so long for its return. Fans have pleaded, been doing fan art, it's a whole thing. And finally, the anime has finally come back. But for those who have originally read the manga, after the last chapter, a lot of fans were asking a very, very big question. What now? Yeah, the ending left off with a possibility of a sequel, but we got no word about it. That last page just had fans going like Zuko. That can't be it. Where's the rest of it?
That can't be it. Where's the rest of it?
Well, time certainly took a toll and finally came back in a one-shot. And let me tell you, this expanded on a very big and yet very underrated plot in all of Bleach, and that is Hell. That's right, we're talking about H-E double hockey sticks. For anyone wondering, wait, they didn't go to Hell? I thought they did, with that place with all the sands and the hollows. No, that is Hueco Mundo. It's sort of like a purgatory state. Hell was originally seen in the manga debut of chapter 12, but in the anime of episode 5. And we never got to see the interior realm of Hell. We only saw these creepy gates and how they operated. If you are a hollow, and you got purified by a Shinigami, your sins committed as a hollow are the only ones that'll be purified. If you are a sinner, those gates will open and drag your damned ass right into hell for eternal suffering. And how was Ichigo going to react to such a very disturbing part of the afterlife? Nothing. Yeah, hell was apparently quiet for a very, very long time, and this was in the earliest developments of Bleach. That kind of tends to happen when you're dealing with a glasses nerd who turns out to be something of a manipulating chess master who wanted to become a god. A bunch of people who used to be Shinigami and have hollow powers, hollows that develop Shinigami powers, and oh my god, this story went on for a long time. But yeah, you can understand why Hell for the longest time was not really mentioned for good reasons. The plot just had to focus on Aizen, and then eventually out of the freaking nowhere, you hop off. Seriously, this guy came out of nowhere. No build-up to him or anything. The only other instance of Hell being mentioned ever in the series was in a non-canon movie, Hellverse, released in 2010? Oh god, I'm old! Even though this is non-canon, it does show what potentially Hell could have looked like in the Bleach universe. It acted more like a Dante's Inferno. It had several levels, and the deeper you go, the more you realize that you effed up in life. You got your damn souls, you got all sorts of weird, exotic landscapes, and you also had these big-ass guardians, which honestly look terrifying. I'm very disappointed that Hell never got the appropriate amount of screen time or development that it should have in Bleach, because what does happen to the damned if Shinigami clarifies or purifies you of your hollow sins, but you're still some sort of a bastard? What was your fate after death? For anyone who was good enough, they would go to the Soul Society, and, those episodes will teach you that it's not always the best, but hey, it's better than whatever the heck was Hell. And we never got an explanation in the main series. At least, until a certain one-shot came about. Alright, so this is where the spoilers are starting to come in. Be mindful. Again, I am warning you, if you're an anime-only fan and have not been caught up with the Thousand Year Blood War arc, now's your time to avoid spoilers. Ready? Set? And go! Okay, so in this one shot, it is years upon years after the Thousand Year Blood War arc. So many people have died, some people were born, a new generation, new team members are going to the Gote 13. However, around this time, it is time for funeral rites for the fallen captains. Like I said, spoilers. Yamamoto, Unohara, and Ukitake are now dead. Rest in peace. But because they were captains, they get special funerary rites. See, in the Soul Society, there's a little something similar to the Circle of Life. Quick, before Disney gets caught on. Anyway, when it comes down to a soul dying, the Ryatsu, or spiritual pressure that makes them up, is essentially reabsorbed into the landscape.
When we die, our bodies become the grass.
Yes, I know about the dang circle of life. Anyway, with captains, because they are far more superior in terms of spiritual power being greater than any other, they get a very special ceremony. Essentially, it casts off the lingering Ryatsu left in the Soul Society, because if it lingers on for too long, it would cause something of an imbalance. In order for the ritual to commence, it would take time and also a hollow to purify. So Ichigo, teaming up with a lot of other Shinigami, head off to find a hollow. And what do they find? These things, which are not hollows. Kind of. These are the beasts of hell. These are very unique and distinctual hollows from, hell. But yet, the difference is that the hollow hole that's usually on their chest is on the outside of their body. So I'm going to call these guys ringers. And oh my god, Mickey Mouse! I knew it! I knew he was in hell! But why is it? Why are these ringers suddenly going about in the land of the living? Well, it's due to this guy. His name is... God dang it, I can't say this guy's name. Okay, look, I'm just gonna leave it right here, and you guys have fun trying to say it. Okay? But this guy, he was part of the Arrancar with Sosuke Aizen. And no surprise that when he finally got his turn in being killed off, it was no surprise that he went straight down to hell. So not only do hollows look different in hell, but the slain also take on different appearances. Their bodies sort of like mutate and develop new powers. It's honestly interesting. I wonder what happened if Ichigo went down there. But why is he there? Why is he causing such a ransack in the world of the living? Because there is an imbalance. You see, you know that ceremony we talked about with the captains? Well, it turns out that that ceremony, it essentially casts the former captains to hell. Yikes. Well, it's a little rude and honestly kind of a little ordained, but if you take it from the perspective of a Shinigami, this is kind of a job transfer. You're essentially just transferring to a new location. Same job, just a different location. And maybe some different uniforms. Anyway, it is revealed that after the 1,000-year Blood War arc, because of how many powerful spirits and people have died, which include Yhwach and the captains, the imbalance between hell and the world of the living plus the Soul Society has caused an imbalance. Alright, so this is how it works. Say one side is hell, and the other side is both the world of the living and also the Soul Society, and in the middle is the gates of hell. They're both pushing on the same thing with equal force. However, because one side got weaker, the other is able to push forward down the middle, giving them the right of way. The other side is just simply lacking any more powerful spirits and others who can push back. That's why there's now an imbalance. And it's understandable why hell is going to have so many more powerful souls. Yhwach no likely is going to be down there, plus any other former captains of the Gote 13 are down there as... I don't know what they look like now, but take a look at this sword stabbing this bastard in the back just to drag him back into hell. That is Ukitake's Shikai. Yes, it is bigger. And what would become of Yamamoto and Unohara? Who knows? And with that, the one-shot has very vividly given us some new details on the afterlife of hell. Not only is it a resting place for sinners, but any of the captains who died in battle and sent there are now something of like new jailers or wardens. This was crazy. And we got no information about it since. And quite honestly, if hell is going to be the focus in a Bleach sequel, I'm kind of interested in knowing how Kazui and Rukia's daughter are going to handle this, especially when coming face to face with former enemies from hell. Who knows what kind of development is going to happen? Poor Kazui is going to have to figure out about how many people that Ichigo murdered. Don't worry though, they deserved it. With that little explanation from the one-shot of what we have now expected from hell, what are the expectations for me, I want to know what this new landscape is going to be. If we can go by the movie, then maybe hell is sort of divided into layers. The higher it is, the lesser your crime is, but you're still being punished. The lower you go, who knows, maybe the more monstrous you'll appear and the harsher your punishment is going to be. But if these ringers, and also this bastard able to escape hell, there's gotta be something of a hierarchy there as well. Who knows, who's in charge of hell if the Gote 13 aren't? Is there a judge of hell, a warden of hell? If the Gote 13 act something more along the lines of spirit police, then I guess whatever is ruling hell is more like the wardens. If they have all the former Gote 13 captains down there, then maybe they're in good hands for now, but who knows how long this imbalance is going to be prospering for. What is going to be a solution? Maybe it's Quincy's? Quincy's have the ability to completely obliterate and destroy souls down to the molecular level. There is no cleansing them of sin, committing them to be purified for whatever afterlife awaited them as hollows. They just completely obliterate any sort of soul with their Reiatsu control. Maybe the solution is going to be the Quincy's. The Quincy's are going to have to start liberating hell by diminishing the amount of souls that are in there. And if Yuhaba is in hell, this is going to be crazy, especially if he is somehow altered by hell's landscape just like the other people. We could be seeing other Arankar, we could be seeing fallen Quincy and the former captains, but now in new forms. I actually found this form of a sketch of what Unohara could look like in hell. Wonderful work, guy. I mean, this is fantastic. It is beautiful. I cannot wait to see what new forms these captains are going to take and how powerful their Bankais are going to be, because it is nuts. So that is what hell is now look like from Bleach and what we could expect from it, but who knows. Kubo clearly has something in the works, but it is going to be a cold day in hell whenever we get more information about this. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like more Bleach, I got more shorts, but if you are interested in other anime materials, links are in the description. I got 4 Nights of the Apocalypse for 7 Deadly Sins fans, and I'm also trying to get some One Piece material. But as for Bleach, I will try to get more out if I can. I just need to see how this video goes, and if you like it, want to see more, give a little donation if you can. My editors and my thumbnail artists will thank you immensely. Until then, next time guys.